states that the power of a brand is inversely proportional to its scope. If you want to build a powerful brand in the minds of consumer, you need to contract it, not expand it. For example, in 1988, American Express had 27% of the market share. Then it expanded into offering senior cards, student membership cards, Optima Reward, Plus Gold, and a whole range of other cards. Their market share dropped to 18% today. The law of contraction. It states that a brand becomes stronger when you narrow its focus. A powerful branding always starts by contracting its category, not expanding it. For example, when you dominate the category, you become extremely powerful. Microsoft has 90% of the worldwide market for desktop computer operating system. Intel has 80% of worldwide market for microprocessors. Coca-Cola has 70% of worldwide market for cola. Good thing happens when you narrow the focus.
I will talk about the law of colors. It says that a brand should choose a color which is opposite to the color of its competitors. The best example for this can be Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You can see that Coca-Cola is red and Pepsi is blue. If you are the first mover, you can choose the color as per the color wheel of branding and packaging. But if competitors are already there, then choose the color opposite to that of the competitor. Now each color has got different characteristics. Next comes the law of shape. It says that a brand's logotype should be designed to fit the eyes, both the eyes. Then the best way to follow this law is keep it horizontal, not vertical. Let's take the example of Tropicana, which changed its logo from horizontal to vertical, and it was a big failure. These are the top 10 logos, which are horizontal and they are fitting to both the eyes.
Now let us discuss the law of quality. The law of quality states that quality is important, but brands cannot be built on quality alone. Quality is important when it comes to product differentiation. Quality alone cannot provide the value which the customer is looking for in the product. As the book describes, the length, the width and the depth of the product mix also matters. In building a high quality perception, we need to have a high price. Higher price means higher quality. And the higher price of a product gives a psychic satisfaction to the customer. So quality along with comparable price is a better strategy than to go with quality alone. Now let us look at some examples. In this example, does Rolex shows a better time than Timex? No, both show the same time. But here, since Rolex is priced higher, the perception of the customer is that it has a higher quality than Timex.
The law of publicity. It says that the worth of a brand is achieved by publicity, not by advertising. So, how to do publicity? The best way to do publicity is to create a category, not to create a new product. Here are some examples. Bisleri, they are the first to introduce packaged drinking water in India. Domino's, they are the first to introduce home delivery of pizza. And the Red Bus, they are the first to introduce online bus ticketing in India.
The next law is the law of order. It states that there are no barriers to global branding. A brand should know no borders. For years, the word imported has benefited a number of brands. Does adding a word imported adds value to a brand? The answer is yes. The consumer understands the value of a brand by associating it with its country, the country of origin. Here's a quick quiz for you all. As every one of you can associate each of these brands to a country, these brands have followed the law of borders. The two main points to be successful are, you need to be the first. The second, your product must fit the perception of its country of origin. Heineken was the first beer brand to pursue a global strategy. It was a Dutch brand and beer is mainly associated with Germany. But it got lucky because Netherlands is close to Germany and many beer drinkers thought Heineken was a German brand, hence making it popular in the global market. It doesn't matter where your brand is conceived, designed or produced. Its name and connotations determine its geographical perception. Coca-Cola has largely benefited from its American connection, as English is one of the most spoken language in the world. The energy drink Red Bull, which is an Austrian brand, was not named Roter Steyr for the same reason. Also, Replay and Diesel, the two most popular brands of jeans, are not from US, as the name might suggest. They are Italian brands. Hence, the law border suggests to employ the perceptions of a country in an intelligent way to increase your brand popularity.
The next law is the law of advertisement. It says that once a brand is born, that needs advertising to stay healthy. The best way to advertise is to claim you are number one in that category.
Here are some examples. Parle-G, who is claiming to be world's largest selling biscuits, and Reliance Communication, they claim to be number one service provider.
The law of word. It states that a brand should try to own a word in the mind of the consumer. Here, a brand tries to map a word in the mind of the consumer. For example, safety is associated with Volvo, prestige is associated with Mercedes. Let's have an audio visual explaining the concept.
ए बाल की दुकान चले ठंडा दे चल देख क्या रहा है बाहर है ना ए अबे तो आदमी है कि अंडा तेरे से ठंडा मांगा ना ठंडा ये बिना टेरेस की बिल्डिंग फोड़ू कैन बम हाँ तेरे से ठंडा मांगने क्या ला रहा है भाई लेकिन ठंडा ही तो है अबे फ्लावर पॉट ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला समझा ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला हाँ अब बोल ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला हाँ ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला हाँ
The law of sub-brand. This law states that what branding builds, a sub-brand destroys. Brands usually go for a line stretching of their product line. However, this line stretching results in a brand dilution. Now we can see this in our Cadillac cars, which are usually a luxury brand. We can see that Cadillac is a luxury brand with its coupe, sedan and SUV models. However, we can't imagine Cadillac as a small car. This slide shows Cadillac Catra as a small car, which failed miserably because it's not a luxury brand. To overcome a sub-brand criticism, marketing established a new concept, which is a mega brand or a master brand. In this slide, we can see Ford as a mega brand, and its brands are Mustang, Escort, Fiesta and so on. Now coming to the law of sibling. This law states that there is a place and time to launch the second brand. However, the book states that a brand should have a focused strategy. But still, in order to capture a greater market share, a company has to launch the second brand. Through this slide, we can see that Times Group have different magazines such as Times, Fortune, which is a business magazine, Sports Illustrated for sports enthusiasts, Money, which is for investment purpose magazines. So we can see that all these brands have a unique feature and thus there is no overlap, and this states the law of sibling.
Law of extension. It states that the easiest way to destroy a brand is to put its name on everything.
The best example would be Virgin. It has associated its name to every business it is in, and hardly any of its business has significant market share.
And also this law says that the best time for extension is when the products are doing well. But the manufacturers think just opposite.
The best example can be Samsung Galaxy. Samsung has made Galaxy a main brand by launching Galaxy Note, S series and finally digital camera.
Law of credentials. The crucial ingredient in the success of any other brand is its claim to authenticity. There is one claim that took precedence over every other claim, and it is that claim that elevates the brand over the competitions and makes all other claims to be more believable and reliable. KFC, claiming to have this original recipe for fried chicken, is one of the best examples that shows how a firm communicates its credibility and credentials to the consumers.
What makes KFC everyone's favorite? From families to friends to lively little ones. It's because we prepare our chicken fresh all day, every day. With KFC's original recipe, just for you. That's what makes KFC so good!
Law of company. It states brands are brands, companies are company. There is a difference. Brand name should always take a precedence over company name. For example, Glucon-D is a brand of Heinz. Savlon is a brand of Johnson & Johnson. Dettol is a brand of Reckitt Benckiser. Most of the consumer doesn't know which company does this brand belongs to. Now let's have a quiz.